Hi, and welcome to How to Create Your Colourful Life Google Hangout with me, Samantha Geddes, and I'm the system stylist at the Savvy Systems Company. And today we are going to be talking about being supported and what that means to me and may mean to you, and how to get ready for it. So I do apologise for shifting the time and the date this week. Sometimes we just need to move things around in order to support ourselves, and so that's what I've had to do this week, to ensure that I serve my clients and myself and you guys. So for those who have just joined us, are new and perhaps don't know me, I'm just going to share a little bit about what I'm about, who I am, and where I've come from, just so you can understand why I do what I do. So my name's Sam Geddes, like I said, and I'm on a mission, if you like, to help people to understand why systems are so important in their life. But I'm coming from a point of how you create your colourful life, which to me encompasses positivity, planning, productivity, and prophecy. And just to break down those for you, positivity obviously is about feeling good, bringing positive things into your life, making sure that your actions are positive, ensuring that you're supported in a positive way, you're giving yourself time to rejuvenate, refresh, and really look after yourself in a positive way and look after your mindset. Okay, so valuing yourself, believing in yourself, and loving yourself, basically. So the planning element, I think that speaks for itself, but more particularly for those of us who have businesses and indeed children, or a wild and crazy sports life or whatever. This includes time, money, and knowledge, and how best we give that out to the world, how we look after it for ourselves, and how we value it. And productivity, in line with planning, but it's about taking action and really making the best use of your time, so that you are being rejuvenated, that you are getting value in your life, that you are serving those people that you really do want to and are passionate about how you help them. The things is prophecy. Now, I know it sounds like a little bit of a hallelujah type of word, but prophecy, it's about a prediction, a declaration, and something that I think I asked you guys to do in my blog this week. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Is to create an inspired declaration, and I'm hoping that some of you have, but I will talk about that a bit more today, because I'm gonna talk about the things that I wrote in my blog this week, but I'm just going to elaborate on them a little bit more. And that's my philosophy, if you like, my colourful life philosophy. And in there's like a breakdown of mindset, reality, motion, and desires. But also the specific elements are self-care, social, support, structure, and services. And to me, they are the essential elements that you need in your life in order to create that balance, that you feel supported, that your business is doing well with really cool, really excellent services that are working hard for you, that you're looking after yourself, and also you're spending quality time with positive people that are really going to benefit your life. Hold on. Oh no, I think my computer's decided to stop working. Oh no. Oh, sorry. I thought my screen just completely disappeared then. And I thought I'd lost you all. I do apologise for that. So I was talking about self-care, social support structures and services, and how those are the most essential elements that I feel will help you if you get those all working together correctly, um, by getting help and advice and making time for those things in your life, then that will create the colourful life balance, and you'll be living with philosophy. And so that's where I'm coming from, really. Now, why do I do these things? Do you know, it's taken me a while, but I've just realised that I've learned so much over my lifetime, and like all of us have, I'm nearly 40, and I've got 4 children, and I'm thinking, I've been sharing all this system stuff and sharing, how to be organised, and all the things that I've tried to do over my nearly 5 years now of working in business. And what I haven't been sharing is is the actual tools and strategies that I use on a daily basis with my 4 children and my husband, and how I plan my life so that I can live a really, really valuable, inspirational and passionate life. And I so just want to do more of that. It's really, really important to me that I share those things. And along the way, I might share some struggles. Like a lot of people, my life hasn't been straightforward. I spent a very long period of time, and especially during my teenage years, feeling like just a fly on the wall, like I didn't belong. And unfortunately, where I placed myself during my 20s and 30s meant that I led a life that was very sad, dark, and lonely. And I never really learned who I was. And it's not until that I got out of a relationship that I was in that was very dark that I saw the light for myself. And it's taking me nearly 10 years to get from pretty much under the duvet and not wanting to get out of bed to me sitting in front of you today. And I just feel that there's a lot more that I can give about my experiences and sharing how I've coped with them and how I've moved on from them. So you will see some changes over the next few weeks on some things that I'm doing. I'm creating a partnership with another lady to take the Savvy Systems in a different direction, which will have an actual new business name, and that will be with the lovely Susan Francis. But also, I will be spending my time, my passion time with you guys, and looking at the colourful life a whole lot more, a completely different array. There's things that I want to explore that I've discovered along the way that I want to really dig deep into. Like, I think I've mentioned to you before about handwriting. I want to really understand colour more, and I want to see how implementing different colours and handwriting and different structures in your life really benefit you, and I want some feedback along the way, and that's really important. I had an amazing day yesterday with a client, and we had a half-day intensive together, and it's about re-energizing your working environment. So basically, I was going through observing how she worked now, how we could find solutions for changing that in a way that would feel right for her, to move through more gently. I don't like to force anybody into any boxes. I'm very strong on how personality works for your productivity, and those of you who know me will know that. So we've devised a whole action plan for the next sort of month, that she's going to try out different ways of doing things so that she can take her business to the next level. Because at the moment she's been playing really, she's a really, really superstar in her business, but she can do more. She's got so much potential to do more. So putting these foundations in place for her is going to take her and help her be supported for the next level. But the thing that I enjoyed most about yesterday was obviously seeing the transformation, and that is just invaluable. But we just hold on a moment. I have a little friend coming to see me. Hello, monkey. Can you go play with Alfie, because I'm on a video and I need to record it, and it's really important. You can say hello. There's people watching. You say hello, and then can you go and make your den with Alfie?
But he doesn't want to.
Oh, well, can you ask him again, because he's supposed to be helping Mummy?
But he's not helping anyone today.
Okay, well, can you ask him to see whether he'll make a train track with you then? Okay, thank you. Close the door, please. Okay, don't close the door. Sorry about that. I've got my little boy at home with me. I have my little boy 3 times a week, actually. I'm at home as a mummy. So normally when I'm doing my hangout with you on a Thursday, he's actually at nursery. So I've had to sort of squeeze you in to my mummy day. But I didn't want to let you down. I've been doing so well and getting out on the hangout that I didn't want to let you down. So I may get some little boy interruptions, but I have got my older boy home today, so he's sort of watching him. So just to refocus there, if you have got any questions, please just pop them in the right-hand box. I can just check that, and if you're here, just say hello. Okay, that's fine. I don't think it's actually working. That's fine. If not, if you watch this and then you've got any questions afterwards, then please just pop me an email at samantha@samsystemscompany.co.uk. I will have the pleasure of answering that for you. So I hope I shared a little bit about myself there, and my philosophy really, and how important it is to me to really understand how you can be productive in your life so that you are fully supported, you're able to see the opportunities you have with your business, that that you really are leading that life that you really, really desire, and that is what I'm trying to achieve for myself, because I want to lead the best colourful life I can possibly can, and also I want that for you. So that's really important to me, and also I hope that's important for you too. So I'm not going to spend too much time today. I'm going to try and keep this hangout to half an hour, because I want to keep it really focused and really informative, and also to avoid too many interruptions from my little one, who obviously would like to be with me rather than me be with you. So that's that. So just to sort of recap on today's hangout, is about being supported. Now, a lot of us find that really hard to engage and support in any way, and we probably think we're probably a little bit of a superhero in the fact that we can do it all. And do you know that the problem is that at some point you're going to end up in burnout, and quite often when that happens is when you're at a crucial stage in your business, and if that's where you're at, then the time to get help is definitely now, already. It's really important. You cannot do it all. I couldn't do what I do without the support of my husband, without the support of my wonderful children, who, to be fair, do housework. My eldest looks after the children sometimes. They all support in their own little way. And our house wouldn't run without that support, without us working as a team. And vice versa. If I didn't do all the things that I did to make sure that school trips were organised, or birthdays, dentists, doctors, all those things that come with running a family household, you know, if all those things weren't planned out and organised, then the children would have back teeth and God knows what. But I've really made a point of teaching my children to be very independent in a not in a completely adult way, in a place where, you know, that's really right for them. So they're all capable of cooking a meal. They're all capable of understanding money. We always do a planned menu every week where they get to choose a dinner for that week. So, and then usually one of them will make it. They'll wash up. They'll look after the animals. We've only got one cat left though. You know, they might help with the garden. They might hoover, iron. That they are older. Some of them, by the way. The 3-year-old does do some tidying up and helping with cooking. Chopping things and that, but you know, without that team that we've created together, and that cooperation and communication that we've developed, I would be haggard, completely haggard, and sometimes, yeah, I don't know, I forget how much help I've got, and I do things. My husband tells me off. He says, you know, you're always doing too much. I'm always doing this and that and the other. And to me, you know, and I'm sure other mums sort of feel like this out there, or dads, you know, I don't even think about some of the things that I do. That I just do them because that's my job as mum. And it's a subconscious action. And I don't think, without being sexist, men actually see it as the same thing. So he feels that I'm doing far too much, whereas I think it's just a normal thing to do. Anyway, so, and I think what we find these days as well is because community and family and friends and how we work within communities now has changed so much. People live all over the world. My mum lives in Australia, my dad lives in North Wales, John's mum lives in Scotland, John's dad lives in Spain. You know, we don't have family right next door. We don't have family that we can rely on for looking after kids or for getting some time away. We do have some really good friends. Like I said, my eldest daughter is very supportive. But if you haven't got that support in a way of family, you know, what do you do? And I think it makes it harder for us to make a decision on getting support in place. So, you know, I know some of my friends, you know, I think Michelle Holmes recently has just moved out to Coast Mai. She got a cleaner for the first time ever, and she's like, it's a revelation. It's a complete revelation that, you know, somebody else can come in and support you in that way, which means that you can focus on time with the kids, or you can focus on doing, you know, your business or whatever. And she'd held herself back for so long and not made that decision. Sometimes we feel we're not worthy, or we feel that, you know, we can do it all, or, you know, we are prepared to save the world at the end of the day on our own merits, on our own strengths, and, you know, if we have to do it all by ourselves, then we will. But what I want you to understand today is that you don't have to, and in fact, you can't do it all, because everyone is different. Everyone has their different skills or their different strengths, their different passions, and that's where we should be focusing our time and efforts. And the person who has got the support element in their selves, they would be the person that would support you in making sure that you reach your passions, because that would make them happy. And each team member in whatever it is you do in life and business will excel in that position that they're in, and making the decision to get support is making someone else happy, supporting yourself and valuing other people's skills and valuing your own needs as well. So that's really, really important. So in my blog, I mentioned that you need to start by asking yourself some questions, because a lot of us just aren't ready to get support in place. Now, support to me, just to clarify that, can be a person. So it can be a PA, VA, bookkeeper, cleaner, babysitter. It can also be software, systems, how you look at doing a job and ensuring you know all the steps that need to happen to do that job in the most efficient way. So that's processes. Understanding certain software on your level, that everyone's got different technical levels. Some is 0, and that is fine. But there are things out there that can be easily implemented in your business. Things like time trade. It's one thing that I mentioned to a lady yesterday, that she was spending so much to and fro time trying to arrange calls with people, and it's very key to her business that a call is made to make that personal connection before anything else happens. So she was spending so much time to and fro to get this one call in place. I said, have you heard of time trade? And she's like, no, what's that? I said, basically it's a scheduling calendar. So you plot all your time that you want to allocate calls to into the time trade calendar. And this one's the most simple. There are a load of other ones out there, but I find time trade is probably your first base piece of software that you would try in the beginning. You plot your calendar in there where you want to put the calls. You get given a little link that you can pop in an email, and you can do this on an autoresponder email, so it can be responded to automatically when someone makes an inquiry, or you can send a template email out, and they click the link and they choose a time within your calendar that fits with them. Job done. Everyone gets an email, everyone gets a reminder, you know exactly where you are. You're going to speak to your customer, that appointment's made. That will save you hours in 1 week, just completely. Excuse me. So the first step in deciding whether you're ready to take on support is to ask yourself these questions. I'm just going to read over them, the ones that I popped in, and for each one I'll just have a little talk about them. So ask yourself, how do I feel about asking for help? Now this is really important to gauge where you are, and I'm probably a lot better now for asking for help than I ever used to be, but sometimes you just get that feeling inside of you that I can't possibly ask for help. It's going to make me look bad. That makes me look like I can't cope, I can't do this, I can't do that. I couldn't possibly ask for help. And I just want you to push your pride to one side for a moment, because that is potentially, or ego, as Joe Westwood calls it, the ego, which is the little voice in your head that's telling you you can't cope. I can't at the moment. It's literally 2 minutes, and I'll be out. I can't come. I'm talking to people. What do you need to show me? Sorry, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh, it's a moth. Oh, that's pretty. It is. It's wonderful. Thank you for showing me that. There's a lovely little moth on the on the ceiling, so you just wanted to show me that. So how do I feel about asking for help? Okay, so you're gonna, the ego is gonna kick in. It's gonna say, oh, you can't. You're asking for help. You can't cope. You can't do this. You're no good. All those negative thoughts in your head. Just think about it here for a moment. I did speak about this in my blog, but you may not have had it already yet. I want you to get a piece of paper. I want you to understand and put around the edges of that paper how you feel about asking for help. And then I want you to do two columns, okay? Right, oh, sorry. No boy's asking for me to go and help him. So maybe you can just get a piece of paper right now, just for a minute. Come in now, honey, and create 2 columns on an A4 piece of paper. Write all the reasons down one side that you don't ask for help. And then in the next column, I want you to flip it. And I want you to turn those negative reasons into positive and see what comes up for you. Just 1 minute. I'll be back any minute. How does that feel? Did you do that? Okay, so the kind of things that would come up for you may be that you've written down that, and one of the things that I think I find with most of my clients is that then that means I'm going to have to train somebody, and that's going to take me more time. And I want you to flip that, and I want you to say, if I place my value into this person by training them how I like things to be done, then that will give me the confidence to ensure that I can leave them in their own strength to do the job effectively and efficiently, and probably better than I can. That's just an example. I think it's just looking at what you've written down and looking at what is truly underneath that comment for you. Is it about letting go? Is it about money? Do you feel that the money side of things is holding you back, that you couldn't possibly afford support? How much is it costing you running around like a headless chicken? Just do a calculation for a moment. Roughly how much do you earn an hour? How much would a cleaner be? Say £8 to £11, and say you earn £25 an hour. A cleaner comes in 2 hours a week to do a job that actually probably takes you all week because you're working it around everything else. Do some maths, see how that feels, and maybe on the other side you'll realise that even if you just got an hour help a week, that it would be better than trying to do a task that would take you normally 10 minutes and it taking you an hour because you're so busy doing everything else as well. And I think if you do need to put software into your business, then one of the quickest ways to learn stuff is to go on YouTube. And there's something else called I can't remember what it's called now. Something Video Jug as well. And if you type in either YouTube or Video Jug, and you pop in, I need to know how to use Time Trade, the video on how to use it is going to be up there. Also, Time Trade do have a reasonable amount of support. I don't think they have videos though to show you how to use it and set it up. Make use of them, and if it takes you longer than half an hour to learn how to use it, go and find somebody who knows how to use it and ask them to help you set it up, because setting Time Trade up should literally take you 20 minutes. And that's not a callous remark on how long something should take you to carry out. It's basically that if you're spending longer than that trying to set something up like Time Trade, then it's eating into your time, and getting a helping hand is going to save you far more time. Get that system in far quicker so that you can then save even more time and money. So that's what it's about, really. Okay, so excuse me. The next thing is what do you need and what do you want? Need and want, they're totally different but as important to each other. And want is more about desire. What is it that you truly desire to happen in your life? Do you want the colourful life? Do you want to live abroad? Do you want to just be able to pick your kids up from school and they say just, I mean, do you want to pick your kids up from school? Do you want to speak in a more positive way? Do you want to be able to buy the kids really fab presents at Christmas? Do you want to be able to take the kids on a holiday? Do you want, they're all really simple things. Do you want to eat a nice tea? Do you know, this is really basic stuff. But, you know, some of us desire the smallest of things, and some of us desire material things. You know, we're all different. Your desires should form your focus. But in order for that to be supported, you need to make your desires achievable. Because our desires power our energy, and energy is vitally important to our motivation, to our strength, and everything like that. And I think we find that we focus so much on our needs, you know, our basic needs, that it actually drains our energy. So much so that we forget about putting plans in place. So I think that addressing those basic needs is going to help you to free up and dissolve that negative energy and create some fire in your belly in order to, you know, to really keep those energy levels up and to really go after your desires. The other thing that, you know, you really need to ask yourself is, you know, when do I need to take action? And some of you might think, well, you know, I take action every day. Surely, you know, that's enough. But often our actions are just procrastination, and we're doing things in our day, like washing the pots or writing the 7th to-do list that week. Do you know that really is just pretending? It's just pretending to take action. And I've done it. Do you know? I will hold my hands up. Procrastination is something that I've had to really battle with, because I've had, over the years, had such little confidence in order to put my power into my strengths, because I haven't believed in myself enough. So I procrastinated and said, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that, and you know, it's just held me back. But that's okay, because I know now that I just wasn't ready yet. But if procrastination is becoming a bane in your life, then, you know, you just need to take little tiny baby steps. And you're having a duvet day, or having a day where you decided to do housework, then that's okay, and you probably need that day. When that day turns into days, that's probably when you really need to think about, oh, you know, hey, hang on there a minute. I really need to check in with myself and see what's happening. So maybe just create yourself one little teeny goal, and by a goal, you know, for me that used to be just getting out of bed in the morning, getting dressed, having a smile on my face, being thankful, being grateful. Goals are whatever you need to do to take the next step. Now, another goal might be to make a phone call, to take the first step in creating an online training program. It might be that you want to get visible on Google Hangout. Well, all you need to do is just do it. But it's taken me a long time, so I'm totally with you on the pain there. You know, I really, really, really understand that, and how hard it is to be able to, you know, to take that first leap, and to continue to take that leap into putting yourself in front of a camera and speaking about your passions, and hoping and praying that somebody out there is listening, and that they're finding it of value, and that, you know, they're going to ask you questions that They're going to respond. They're going to maybe even thank you, just so you know that they're there. And I talk to the computer, and I might know that there's nobody watching. I'm not necessarily sure if anybody's watched the replay, but I'm not stopping now. I've done it. There's no way. I just have to adapt what I'm doing if it's not of value to you. But those are the kind of things that stop you from taking action, and why you might procrastinate. And I did actually, if you go on my website to my blog and you look at the Hero Support one, there is a link there for you to for a project planner. This is a copy here. And it's not something you maybe have to use all the time, but it basically got a date there, a start and a finish date. So goals and objectives, your actions, your notes, and also I think on the, let me just go to it, I think on the one that I've done, this is just one of mine that I printed out. Yeah, it's got a small box here which is goals and objectives. So you literally would write: get out of bed, brush teeth, get dressed, take kids to school. That's my objective for the day. Maybe what you need to do to action that, set your alarm or things like that. Any notes of how you felt during that time, or anything else you need to remember, and also completion notes. In the completion notes part, it's really important just to note down there how you were feeling when you were taking on these goals, and to understand how you might best approach it next time. And some of the questions that I ask people when I'm working with them is, how did it feel? What could you do different next time? And what positive element came out of that? What did you learn? And I think, if you're reviewing yourself and asking yourself those questions, then that will take you on a little journey, and it will start to take the crap that's inside of yourself and flesh it out, because you'll be asking yourself questions. You're starting to understand why you feel that way, and being able to take action to support that. So, hold on a moment. So that is the when do you need to take action? You need to decide that, but action is not washing the dishes. Action is when something you implement something and you see a result from that. So the next question is, why and where do you intend to go? Now I'm taking you back to your desires here, and you might not yet feel that you're totally in tune with who you are and what you want to do in your business, and that's fine. It's taken me nearly 5 years of being in business to get to where I am now, and I'm sure that by the time my time comes in the world, that I could have done a million and one other things within my business and life that I never even dreamed of, and that's fine, because you can only see so far into your future and how you want to take where you are now to where you want to be, and your desires need to be really strong in order to take you there. And and just saying to reading it, I've had a really long journey, and there's been way too many diversions, but I do feel totally cool and passionate about my life now. I know that I'm heading in a very positive direction, that the feedback that I get from clients, from people around me, means that the kind of things that they say to me about myself and about things that I've done it means I know my message is being understood and heard. it's totally okay for you to be where you are now. And if I could step back 3 years, I never thought I would feel like I do now. So that just know that if you're persistent and your desires are strong enough and they're the right things for you, you will get there. And one of the ways you can try and I think I've mentioned this to you before about going for walks, and don't underestimate how powerful walking out in nature is. You might not be a nature person, but I'd almost want to guarantee you that going for a walk outside, and I mean in nature, not just around the block of where you live or whatever, or in your garden. I mean, go find a river, find a forest, or find a beach, and just listen to the waves, listen to the birds, listen to the sound of your feet on the sand or on the leaves, or and just be totally mindful. This is I don't know if you guys have read it, but there's a book called Mindfulness, and there's the first bit in the first part of it. It talks about I think it was a workshop actually, and the guide asked the people who come into the room, what did they see in front of the building before they walked in, and just like everyone was like, pavement. Nobody had seen the beautiful flowers. Nobody had heard the birds. Nobody had seen a specific sign, or nobody had seen the bench which was dedicated to such and such a person. Do you know, there was all these things that they'd missed on the way in, that they'd completely just beelined for the door. That's where they're going, and taken nothing in on the way in. So go for a walk, smell the roses, feel the breeze, experience the crunch of the leaves. Just really delve into that, and maybe you won't feel the benefit until you've done it a few times. You might be later on in the evening when you feel that benefit, but you will feel the benefit. And after you've had a little walk, I want you to think about this question: what is going on in your life right now? What do you believe you have the capability to change right at this moment that will take you one little tiny centimetre closer to reaching your desires? Think about, why do you want to get there? How will that make you feel when you are there? I'd really like you to go and capture those questions, the answers, the responses, whatever comes up for you, and create your inspired declaration. And that's what I was talking about before. And this is your prophecy. This is your declaration to yourself. It's a promise to be persistent, as strong as you can be in following your goals. And you may be able to use the product sheet for this, but for every step that you need to take and get in there, I want you to think about how you need to be supported. Excuse me, I have an awful dry throat today. So yeah, I want you to understand how you need to be supported for each step, because whatever you do in this world is completely invaluable, and your time to shine is coming, or it's here. And in order to go jump up and grab those things that you want to grab, you need lifting up. You need your teammates to support you. You need you need the stand and stair lift, or you need the escalators. You need a system. You need support, and you need it. You need to decide when. So all of these steps that you take will help you to get to a place where you know that you might not be quite ready to get support in place, or that it's finally time for you to get that support. Now, what I'd really love, that once you've listened to this, it'd be really, really great if you could send an email and either share your inspired declaration, or indeed, if you're brave enough and would like to share it to the world, you can send it me by email, first of all, if you like, or pop it straight on my Facebook page. And I would just love, love, love you guys who are, a really important part of my community to do that. And to make a commitment to that promise for yourselves, and also just maybe we can inspire some other people to do the same, and that would be really important. So please email me at samantha@thesavvysystemscompany.co.uk, or pop to my Facebook page, which is the Savvy Systems Coach, and just let me know how you go with that. I really would really love to see them. I mean, you can do that. You can draw something, write something, create a collage, write a song. Just really delve into your creativity and let it flood out, and see what comes up. And I'd really love to see them. So, just to round up, then, to be supported in life, it's not saying you can't cope. It's saying I value myself so much I'm willing to bring someone else's strengths into my life to help me jump up and grab those desires. It's just so important. I hope you've enjoyed today. I do apologise for slight interruptions. I hope you didn't hear too much of what I was doing when I went out of the room. But hey ho, that's the comedy of being a parent, so that's fine. But really, really love and thank you so much for being with me today. Just to remind you as well, those of you who have maybe just joined, maybe didn't see last week, I've just started popping you guys a freebie, and you will have had the audit daily audit sheet that I sent you last week. Do let me know how you've got on with that. I'd really love to hear what your experiences were of going through writing that down on a daily basis, because I know from other clients they get a complete revelation. So what's going to happen this week when I send out the replay, you will get step 2, which is awaken, and that is just delving in a little bit deeper to how you work, and it will really link quite well with what we've spoken about today. It's about what you love, what you hate, and what you should completely bin, and all those kind of things. So I do hope you found value from today, and also from the little freebies I'm giving you. Please share your thoughts with me or on the Facebook page. The conversation, like Marie Forleo says, happens over there. I'd just really like to encourage you to reach out to me or people on my page and share your thoughts. Thank you for joining me. I may well start doing the hangouts once a month. Not because I don't love you, but because actually I think it's probably unrealistic for you to want to watch an hour worth of me every week, because everyone does have busy lives, and I totally value that. And also, from the other perspective, is that I want to make sure that they're really, really valuable, these sessions, and so I'm going to work on creating some stronger content for you guys, so that you can really get supported. Also, I can actually do PowerPoint slides and things while I'm doing this, so I may well incorporate some of that and maybe show you some things that you can do in your business. And if there's anything specific that you want help with, time-wise, money-wise, or knowledge, creating training programs, or anything like that, then please just pop me a mail, and maybe we can talk about that in the future. What I will do is probably send you out a video each week, a shorter video, 5 minutes, but you will be the guys who get that. because you've signed up and supported me, and like I say, I really do value that. So it's time to say goodbye. I look forward to hearing how you've gone with everything, and I will see you soon. So take care. Bye bye.